My great-grandfather came about 1870 as one of the poor coolies, became a boatman and rowed people across the Singapore River for 2 cents. As time goes by, the British started building bridges. Nobody needed his ferry service, and he became a firewood seller and made a fortune.
My name is Aileen Loo. My birth address on my birth cert is number 25, Jakim Street, which I believe is just 100 meters away from where we are sitting now. Both my paternal and maternal families, they are all staying in the street. So we're kind of like people from this little kampung we have here. During high tide, we have little fish. So I used to catch little fish. In my memory, Singapore River was a lot of life because my uncle, he was working there. Sometimes he'll bring home some goods from the ship, like Magnolia packet milk. They were like a luxurious treat those days. Every year, somewhere near Chinese New Year, the ground floor of the house would be flooded. But it was fun because we just take it as a swimming pool.
I like to come by the river, watch the workmen bring their goods on and off the boats. One of the household sold my favorite Hokkien snack. It's called Wah Kueh. And my grandmother would actually come here and she'll bring it home for me to eat because this was my favorite.
We were like an extended family here. I remember my grandpa, he'll feed the dogs, and then all the grandchildren will be crowding around him because he has 46 grandchildren. This is how big the maternal side of the family is. We had a deity, Tuape Kong. This thing came floating on the river, and then the people in our kampung picked it up, and then it became the deity that we all worship. They used to celebrate the Tuape Kong's birthday. Then there will be prayers, then there will be dinners. That's like a huge celebration.
Robertson Quay is just further up. I was living on top of the hill. I would sometimes coast down on my bicycle, and that's where I go and buy my little sweet and gamble. The whole river was looking very rundown, and it's rough and tough, people working, very rowdy, really full of life. The reminiscence, the real spirit and the life of the river. It's transformed, clean and efficient. But I think what's missing is the old kampung spirit. I was working for an American company along Magazine Road. And sometimes, you're so bothered with work, you need to relax. My place of relaxation by the river.
So this whole stretch of the road is very different from what I remember. This tree warehouse kind of like pinpoint the exact location where our house used to be. So we could still remember the childhood that we spent here. My grandparents, they may not have, starting from here, they moved along the river. So it's very interesting to see how people gather, lived, and progress. This should be preserved in our textbooks in a way, because that's what makes us who we are.
We were never good at preserving our histories, and a lot of stories are lost in search of development. The good thing is now there's effort to reminiscence the past, and hopefully we can get enough of the old stories to make a complete tapestry of life along the river.
The river, where my life begins, basically. Family, extended family, our culture and heritage, which I'm pretty proud of.
This is where my family started life. My great-grandfather came, and this is where he eked out a living and provided for us. And because of his hard work and his tenacity to survive, we are now settled in Singapore. Without his hard work and his struggle, there wouldn't be me here telling a story of our past.
It wasn't called the River of Life for nothing. Things come in, goods unloaded at the bustling river. Stories start from there. Stories of it. Lives around it, how we've come this long way to become where we are today.